So I recently came into a few additional hard drives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't think of a better use case for these 5 hard drives than to set up our own alternative to Google Drive or iCloud with Nextcloud. So today we're going to jump into setting that up via Docker Compose and making use of 30 terabytes of storage. Real quick preview of what Nextcloud is going to look like once we've set it up. So this will be our homepage. You'll have a full file explorer where you'll be able to come in and back up all of your files, see them live. So this is our Docker Compose. Actually come in here and edit it as well. You also have full access to photos, very similar to image, so you can upload files, photos, videos. There's going to be an iPhone app available as well. The activity, you can sync up your email mailbox. But let's dive into the setup. Cool, so what I've done is I've mounted these 5 new hard drives into /mount. So if I have a look in this directory, you see there's only 4, and that's because one of the hard drives, the light keeps flashing on it. So I think we're down 4 terabytes for now, but it's something I can work on. So the 14 terabyte one I've called Mega Drive because that's where all of my Blu-ray media is going to be. And then we have our 3 4 terabyte drives here, which we're going to be using for Nextcloud. So we're going to have 18 terabytes of storage completely set up for us. So first thing we really need to look at is kind of the Docker Compose behind this. So if I cd into srv, and if I do ls, you'll see I've set up this folder for Nextcloud. The Docker Compose for this will of course be in the description as always. So if I bring up the Compose, and it's as simple as this. There is an all-in-one container, but we're going to set that up when we do our Cloudflare setup because it requires HTTPS and SSL certs. But for this one, it's just going to be locally hosted and will work with the Twingate video we set up before. So you see our service is Nextcloud latest, restart always. The port will be 8080 in this case. And then the volume, I've done /mount just because then it gives it access to all of them hard drives we've just mounted to that /mount directory. We have a trusted domain here and then just Nextcloud data. It's really simple Docker Compose. Again, down in the description below. Just make sure you update this line if you do have any external hard drives. Once you're all set here, do Ctrl X, Y, enter, and you'll save, and then do sudo docker compose up-d. Once Nextcloud has started itself and our data is created, we're going to head on to Zen. Then the IP address we're going to want is 192.168.4.55 and port 8080. Now, if you get this error here, the SSL record error is too long, come up to the domain at the top and change HTTPS to HTTP because by default it goes on to HTTP. Okay, so I'm just going to type in a username here and then a password, a strong password there. Now for today I'm going to set up SQLite just because it's only going to be me using this at the moment. I do have PostgreSQL running on the server because of Gerald anyway. So one day I will move this over to PostgreSQL, but it will be at the same time we do the Cloudflare migration to Nextcloud all in one. So SQL, and we'll just hit install. It's then going to prompt you for some recommended apps. So this is where you're going to see some similarities to Microsoft Office and Google Cloud. We can have a calendar, we can have contacts, a mail system, so we can set up email servers, so I can route my Gmail to Nextcloud. Nextcloud Office, so it's built on Collaborate Online, so you'll be able to do documents, spreadsheets, presentations, all sorts of fun Office stuff. I'm sure everyone's really excited about that. You can take notes as well, which the great thing about this is there's a Nextcloud app as well. So if you're outside of a house and you have Twingate installed, as we've set up before, you'll be able to access all of your folders, photos, and notes from anywhere. And there is chat as well. I'm going to turn this off because I don't need it to install Microsoft Teams version of Nextcloud. Once I've then finished the install, you'll get this nice introducing Nextcloud Hub 2026 Winter and Nextcloud on your devices. We're going to come back to that in a second. But now we are back on our homepage where we're going to have to set a couple of things up. So at the top, you'll see your main menu. So you'll have a dashboard here for recommended files, important mail, some events you can have coming up from your calendar. You can fully customize this. So for example, you could add the weather. Let's add our notes as well and recent statuses, see what that does. So we've got some recommended files, and you have to set a location as well. So I'll just go for London. I'm nowhere near London, but there you go. So we're setting up our own dashboard, which is nice. Over here, you also have your file browser as well. So this looks very similar to Google Drive or OneDrive, in my opinion. You'll see we actually have video files here. We have manuals. Like this is playing really, really quick. If I come back off here, we'll go to an image there. Let's open up a PDF. So there's a PDF reader in here too. This is all self-hosted as well. You can download this and you can print stuff off. It's completely your system to play around with. We can also edit markdown documents, but I'm going to create a new folder, just call it Docker. And then from here, I can actually go and upload. So I'm currently on my Mac. It looks like I was looking through some old server data. So let's upload our old NAN Docker Compose. This was from like 2025. There you go, so that's uploaded already. And if I open this up, we're now in a text editor as well. I don't know, this must have been AI generated because I don't know why I set memory limits, but I can take that off. There you go, and I can actually go and save that then. We'll just, yep, and then close. There we go, so we're editing live documents, which is awesome. You do have photos as well. Now, I am going to make a video on a software solution called Image, which is a self-hosted photo library, but Nextcloud also does this for you. So you can upload all your photos here, you can skip through. So this is also very quick. So this would be your Google Photos alternative. And I really like Nextcloud because I'm currently having a fight with Apple. I've had to turn backup off of my phone because they want me to pay like £5 a month to have enough storage to back up my phone. And I'm just not about that, so I'm just not paying for iCloud. You also do have activity, so you can add multiple users to your Nextcloud instance. So for example, I could add my partner and she can have her own photo library and her own file structure. And you can come across the activity and see what's actually been created. So you can see that it created everything here. So there's a reason to use Nextcloud as well. Let's have a look at that, see what that means. So there's loads of documentation in here. And this is always maintained too. You also do have mail. Now this we're going to need to set up properly once we get across to Cloudflare because it currently can't access the internet, so it's not going to be doing a very good job of pulling in any emails, so there's no point in even having a look at that. Contacts, so we have Leon Green here, he's a manager at a company, which is very detailed. This is just an example of what you can do. So I can, come across to the email section. It's going to crash there because I have nothing set up. And you do have a calendar as well. Now what I want to do is every service that we're setting up on this server, we are going to be piping into Gerald for next week. So I'm going to give Gerald access to Nextcloud so we can interact with my photos, files, documents, and calendar, which will sync across to my phone. Anything we set up will be relevant to Gerald. And then we do have notes here. So I'm going to create a note actually. We're going to call this hello. We'll just call it test sync because in a second we're going to set up the iPhone app and see how that comes across. There we go. So that's Nextcloud's core features, but I want to show you a little bit on the admin panel. So if you come into administration settings, you're first going to be shown the security and startup warning settings. So we're on HTTP, so it's upset at us. There's quite a few errors, but not as many as I saw yesterday actually. So I've obviously done a better setup here. But if I come down to the bottom for system, it will give you a nice summary of what's actually going on. So you'll see our AMD Ryzen 5 600X, our RAM, and down here is all of our storage drives. So you'll see, so this is actually our Ubuntu drive, but here we have 12 terabytes, 3.4 terabyte, 3.4, 3.4. So we have plenty of storage that we can actually use. But there's loads you can have a look at in here. Also, over here, if you click on the top right, you can also come to apps. Now there is community plugins, so you can add stuff such as games. I know in the intro we did 2048, and it looks like you can play Doom on Nextcloud. I'm installing that right now and we're going to test that. Looks like it's already done. We are about to have a look at that, but there is loads of plugins you can get here. Integrate the Discourse forum there. Home Assistant integration onto your dashboard. GitLab integration. So you can have your own dashboard inside of Nextcloud. You can have Notion in here. So once we actually pipe this into Cloudflare and get this publicly accessible just to us, we're going to have a much better time with Nextcloud. Okay, I want to see if Doom runs. Can Nextcloud run Doom? I did not know this was a thing. Okay, I am officially playing Doom inside of Nextcloud now. So this is inside of a Docker container. I'm going to be ashamed to admit that I've never actually played this version of Doom before, so I've probably just upset everyone there. But okay, that's brilliant. So Doom runs inside Nextcloud. That's different. Inside of appearance, you can set some themes. So I like my dark theme. So it looks like I was actually already on the dark theme. There you go. So it does update straight. Wow, oh, that's bright. Whew, flashbanged myself. But the point is, there's actually absolutely loads in here you can play about with. We have just made our own Microsoft Office essentially that you can play Doom on, which is still confusing to me. But we're going to go onto the App Store on our phone. Now this works for Android and Apple, and it will be usable via Twingate, which we've already set up. So let's jump over to the phone. On the phone, you want to come across the search and come up to Nextcloud. And you're going to look for this top option here, the one with the spinny circles. While that downloads, you'll notice various other apps such as Talk, Notes, Cookbook, Passwords. Can you tell the production budget's gone up a little bit? This is a fancy screen recording, isn't it? Then if you click Open on the app, you can allow notifications. Now what you want to do is just click Login, and then type in your server address. So just remember it's HTTP for now. Soon we will move over to HTTPS and get it set up properly. And your port of 8080. So you'll be presented with a login screen, so just hit login. and then just type in the user that you created earlier. There you go, and then click grant access, and then the window will just close itself. And there we go. So on our phone, we now have Nextcloud running. So let's go to our Docker folder and have a look at that Docker compose file. Let's make sure that's there, as well as our changes, which it is. Now the X is hidden right down in the corner. The app isn't very well optimized for these curved iPhones. You'll see it down there. So just tap your corner. If you come across the media, you'll see all your photos and videos here. I don't actually have any uploaded just yet of my own, but these are the Nextcloud ones. So these are syncing across from the server, just like that, nice and quick. You come across over to more, you can click notes, and that's when it's going to actually require the Notes app, so let's download that too. Our Notes app is finished. Now it looks like it will just sync straight across from the app, so I don't even have to sign in again. And it should drop that window down for me. There we go, and let's see if our Notes syncs across. So we named it Hello Test Sync. Refresh it there. Let's have a look. So hello test sync, there's our note. So it was there the whole time. I just didn't actually edit the name, just the content. But yeah, so now you have a fully syncing Nextcloud instance set up that you can access on your phone. You can have favorite files, you get your activity. You can manage offline files as well. So let's say you're storing movies in here because you give it access to, your /mount directory. Then in theory, you would be able to then watch your movies via Nextcloud because it does have a built-in player. There we go. So that is Nextcloud. We now have our own file system, our own photo system. We have activity, mail integrations, and we can play Doom in the browser from, a Nextcloud instance, which is just something else. It just shows you how creative the App Store can be on some of these self-hostable services. But if you enjoyed this video and you're looking forward to getting Nextcloud integrated with Gerald on Wednesday, where we're going to give it some control over some files, documents, and who knows, maybe this is how we integrate email filtering instead of using N8N nodes, but we'll see. I look forward to seeing you all in the next video on Wednesday for Gerald. That is where we'll end off today. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.